Today we're going to be learning Amazing Grace. This song does not have any new notes. So far we know D, E, G, A, B, and high D. So we don't need to learn any new notes. We do need to learn a couple of different concepts though. So let's go on ahead. The first thing is the key signature. There is one sharp here, and it's on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on the 5th line, so that means it's an F sharp, but we don't actually have any Fs in this song, so we don't have to worry about that. The next thing is 3/4. That is called the time signature. The time signature, the top number tells us that there are only 3 beats in each measure. So in all of our other songs, it had 4/4 in front, but now it is 3/4. It has a different kind of feel to it. It has kind of a lilting feel. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Whereas a 4/4 time is more straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the 3/4 time is 1, 2, 1. It kind of has this bouncing feel. It has a different vibe. Okay, let's keep going along in the song. We have everything we know here. Oh, here we go. Here's something new. A new type of note. We know it's a B. 1, 2, 3. It's on the 3rd line, but it looks different. And we're also checking out this note. This is a ta, or a quarter note, but it has a dot next to it. So we need to figure that out. So the first thing we have to look at is the difference between a regular tate that we've been learning about our whole time at Fairmount School, 2 eighth notes that are beamed together. They're joined. Tate. It's kind of like this apple. One apple that we take and put it in 2 parts. Tate. Tate. Now, you can also separate the eighth notes with this little flag. If you didn't want them to be connected to each other, maybe you want to separate them to make the music more interesting, you put a little flag and now it's its own half. It's just half of an apple. Tate. Still tate, it's just written differently. Okay, dotted notes. So what a dotted note is, it's a little math problem in music. You have a note, you have to divide it in half and then add it to itself. So, let's see. How many beats does a whole note get? 4. What's half of 4? 2. So we had 4 and we made it into 2. So what's 4 plus 2? 6. So a dotted whole note would be 6 beats. Let's do dotted half note. How many beats does a half note get? 2. So what's half of 2? 1. And what's 1 plus 2? 3. So that's why a dotted half note gets 3. And now dotted quarter note. Okay, so we have 1 beat. We have to split it into 2 parts. I can't really do that with my finger, so let's do it with the apple. Split it. How many beats is half? Okay, so it's a half of an apple plus an apple. 1 1/2. So it's a little bit longer than a regular ta, but now it's a half beat longer. Ta. So it's 1 1/2 beats. And finally, the last thing that we have to remember is we have 2 Ds in this song. We have a low D, and we can tell that this is a low D because it's below the staff. It's low. And then this one is also a D, but it's higher up on the staff, so we know that it's a high D. So let's quickly review what we have learned so far. A single eighth note is half of a beat. A dotted quarter note is 1 1/2 beats. Oh, I didn't teach you this. A fermata. It's this little, it looks kind of like an eye. A fermata placed above a note means that the note is held a little bit longer than its usual count. So this is where you can have some artistic freedom. If you want to hold it out for a little bit longer than it's written, you can go on ahead and make it your own. And finally, time signature. The top number tells us that there are only 3 beats in each measure, 3/4 time. So let's find these different things here. Here's a dotted half note tied to a half note, so that's going to get 5 beats. Here's our 1.5 beat, followed by a half. Same thing again. Here's another dotted quarter note, followed by a half of a beat. And here's our fermata. That means you can hold out this G for as long as you want.
Ready, set, go. Ta, ta, tate, ta, 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 tate, ta, 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 te, ta, te, ta, 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 te, ta, te, ta, 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 te, ta, ta, ta.
Now with note names.
Ready, set, go. D, G, B, G, B, A, G, E, D, D, G, B, G, B, A, D, B, D, B, D, B, G, D, E, G, G, E, D, D, G, B, G, B, A, G.